Hey everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're staying safe during this time. Kind of wanted to give you an update or give you my thoughts on what it is I plan on doing with this space. Kind of taking you on this journey since I've moved in here. What you're looking at in front of you. I'm just going to take you through what I've done already and what I'm envisioning for my next project. So obviously, what you're looking in front of you, you got some concrete slabs, kind of divided at the bottom with drywall there. By the way, this is my living area if you haven't figured that out yet. So initially when I moved in, I thought, hey, let me see what's behind this drywall. It was initially all drywall. So I took an X-Acto knife and tried to utilize the level as best I could and cut that right across to kind of give it some character. I mean, with these condos, they're all cookie cutter. You want to kind of give every little space or make a feature wall. And this was my, I guess, rendition of that. So I think it turned out fairly well. The concrete is in decent shape. There is obviously some spots there that give a little bit more character than others, but all in all, I don't mind how it looked or how it turned out. Sorry. I can tell you what I also did to kind of put some separation between the concrete and the drywall is I put this J-bead on. It was a tight fit. As you can see, I had to pry some areas here, and you're going to notice those imperfections, but overall it does give it a cleaner look. It is a lot flatter than just X-Acto drywall. So my intentions with this would be to put something else over this to give it a more streamlined look, so you would not even see these imperfections. So that is definitely in mind and something I plan on doing, but it's something that I wanted to do after my, I guess, larger project that I have in mind, and I'll walk you through that. Let me just set this down here, and it does have to do with the piece that you're looking at right there, and it is a steel leg. So I got this piece custom made in Toronto by a guy, and I will post his link and his information at the bottom of the video in the description. It's about 4 inches wide, about 40 inches tall, so it is kind of a high table high table dimensions, and it's really heavy, and I love the unfinished look of the steel. So my intentions for this would be to create a breakfast bar in this little nook that you're kind of looking at here. The reason, my thought process behind this is this exactly. So obviously, being a small condo, not a lot of space to work with, as you'll see to the left over here, which is my entrance. Yeah, I could have put a breakfast bar there, I could have put an island there, but I think it would really break the flow of the place. As soon as you enter the room, you're basically, you're walking into an island, or you're welcomed by an island. I really didn't like that idea. I like the fact that I have a bunch of room here. To the left of the door is obviously my nook that I showed you in my earlier videos. And I'm still waiting on parts for that, so no real update there. So my intention is to make a breakfast bar here. As you're going to see, there's a couch to the right, which I will be able to move probably about a foot and a half closer to the wall. So I'll have a bit more room to play with in this area. So my intention is this. So I will basically be utilizing the edge of this platform to make a table. I'll make a table similar to how I made the bench in my earlier videos. It's going to be anywhere from, I think, 16 to 18 inches wide. It'll probably be starting about here. Obviously this is 40 inches, so it'll have to sit directly on this. And initially I thought, well, why don't we put the leg all the way at the end? And I was thinking to make it about 44, 46 inches long to accommodate 2 people on either side. They could fully put their high chairs under when they're done. It would tuck away. Yes, fine. But what I kind of noticed when I walked in, really didn't like the appeal of it. Didn't look aesthetically pleasing. So not just that, you're also prone to hitting your legs when you're moving in and out. Obviously not the greatest amount of space. I think I measured it out from about 2 to 2.5 feet from the edge of the kitchen to where the table will start. And I got about 2 to 2.5 feet from this side of the table to the edge of the sofa arm. So again, not a bunch of space to work with, but I think it's just enough to include a breakfast bar here, and I think it'll really help. Obviously, don't want to be sitting at the couch with every meal, and obviously, when you do have company over, you want additional seating. So I think this is my answer. But anyways, back to where the leg is going to be situated. So instead of this, I've been seeing a lot of bars. Obviously, I know this is not a bar, but I wanted to utilize their setup. They were placing the table legs in the center. So what I would do is basically leverage the edge of this wall. I would make some sort of contraption here. Haven't really figured out. I would utilize this, obviously really sturdy here. And then I would come across here. This would be in the center of the table. So let's say in the end it's 46 inches. I would center this 23 inches and then 23 inches out to the end. So what this does, obviously, coming in from the door, looks a lot cleaner. You don't have something sticking out in the middle of your area here. And number two, yeah, you won't get the full utilization of tucking in the high chairs, and there may be some obstruction here. You may bump your knee off the side here from time to time, but I think really this is the better solution rather than having it at the end. Just gives a better feel. You're not going to be obstructed when you try to get out, or say there's a chair here and you're trying to move around. I think this gives a lot better flow, I guess. Whether that's accurate or not, I guess when the table is finally made, that'll truly be the deciding factor here. So in addition to that, something else I really wanted to do here is kind of provide some separation between the kitchen and the living room area. In order to do that, I was going to utilize the wood. So obviously I'm going to be using poplar, and they'd be going this way. So when they hit the wall, my intention would be to use poplar and use lines. Maybe not every line, but maybe just do it staggered. So one would probably go up to here, one would go all the way to the top, next one would go to here, next one down here. Anyways, what it will do, it gives some visual effects, and I think what it'll do, it'll break up the space a bit by having that vertical line run up the wall. It's a demarcation line between the living room and the kitchen. How that looks in the end and what it's really going to look like when it's all said and done, not entirely sure, but I'm willing to give it a shot and make that space my own. In the end, I'm really just trying to utilize every square inch of this place, and as you can see, not the biggest knife, but I think it's the only place I have to put some sort of breakfast bar other than putting a giant island in the center or in the foyer. So let me know your thoughts. Always open to feedback and suggestions. If you guys have ever done any projects similar to this, I'd like to know your trials and tribulations. So yeah, keep me posted. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See ya.